be NEET eligible, they can take up this option of MBBS abroad, because that is going to be accredited by the Medical Council or the National Medical Commission.
So Ceeco is tie-up with how many universities?
So we are having tie-up with various universities in different countries. For example, we are doing most of the admissions these days. Our focus is into Georgia. So we are also doing it for Armenia, Egypt, Bulgaria, Poland, etc. Depending upon the budget and the requirement. Students were going to China. And after that, we started adding more and more countries to the list. And that is how finally we are now having this Georgia and many other European Union countries as well. So every year on an average, we enroll almost around 250 to 300 students. And during this journey of more than 20 years now, so we have a good number of not only students, but we also have a very good number of graduates who are working in different parts of the world, including the US, the UK and many of the Middle East countries as well.
ಆದಮೇಲೆ 50% ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ನೀಟ್ ಬರೀತೀರಾ. ನೀಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಇಯರ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಕಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 107 ಇಂದ 120 ಇರೋದು OBC ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಜನರಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 120 ಇಂದ 720 ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ನನ್ನ ಮಗು ತುಂಬ ಕಡಿಮೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದೆ, ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಜಾರ್ಜಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ತುಂಬ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಫೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಸ್ವಂತ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಗೇನು ನೀವು ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಟೈಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿದು 3 ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಆವಾಗ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋಜರ್ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಎಲಿಜಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ ಏನಂದರೆ 10th 12th ಪಾಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತು ನೀಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈಡ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತು ಪಾಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ.
Okay, madam.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Dr. Lana Boguchava and I'm the head of the Study Process Department in East West University. I would like to welcome all of you, particularly our prospective students as well as the consultants. Well, I would like to answer on one of the most important questions, why East West University and why it is so good. Well, I could say that proudly. I could say that we are having the best MBBS program in the way that it is highly integrated, which meets the modern standards in the world. Second important thing, that East West University is owning the hospitals, not one, but several, including Alexandra Ladashvili University Clinic, which is the multi-profile clinic, where all of the different departments are represented, such as cardiology department, pulmonology department, surgery department, traumatology one, and etc. Well, including the other type of hospitals, such as balneological resort, which contains the part of well-being medicine as well as rehabilitation, where our MBBS students have opportunity to work with patients in that particular field, because you know that these fields are not that well established in different countries, and that's why we are proud to say that we are the only university who contains that particular field in the very deep level. The rest of the hospitals is the GEO hospitals. This is the whole network, which contains 22 clinics, including in Tbilisi. This is the capital where East West University resides. And all of these particular hospitals are ready to teach our students. So one more time emphasizing that our students from the very first semester of their MBBS program have opportunity to be exposed to the clinical practice. In the beginning, this is the shadowing or observation for our students, where they acquaint the skills of patient history, how to write it, how to gather the patient history, and then step by step they have opportunity to have even the hands-on practice in our hospitals. Important thing what I would like to emphasize as well would be that our university has highly equipped clinical skills laboratory, where students are starting their practical, important thing, I would like to emphasize one more time, practical procedures on mannequins in the beginning and then transit to the hospital and help the patients. So you can see that East West University provides the deepest exposure to the MBBS students to the clinical practice. At the same time, I would like to add here that our MBBS program is a result of the very hard work of both the national as well as international level educators as well as the practitioners. And important thing that we are using very different types of the teaching methods which are designed specifically to help every and each of the students to get the material, to understand the material, and to learn it in a very easy way. I can say that we are very student-centered, not only in the way that we're having students affair department, but who helps students to adapt in new country, in new university, in new environment, but also from the perspective of academic studies, we are trying to be more individualized in studying, individualized in the teaching methods and even evaluation methods, that every and each of the student would, through their 6 years of the studies, would have a really, I would say, the deepest and the most correct way of the learning process.
What is the tuition fees for the
tuition fees? It's an important question. Thank you very much. And here we could say that East West University is one of the most affordable universities in Georgia. You would ask how it can happen that it is affordable and at the same time there is a high quality of education. Well, the answer is very simple. We're owning the hospitals, which gives us the opportunity to provide as more hours of the clinical practice as possible to every and each of our students.
how many students were enrolled last year?
So for last semester, which is the spring semester, we had approximately 55 students who are now enrolled. And there we do have some of them were even transfers to the clinical courses because they knew and they found out, after they found out what clinical exposure we can provide them with. So they directly apply to our
Do
university.
you have any scholarship programs?
Yes, that's also a very important question. Thank you very much. So we do have the scholarship as well as we do have some granting. And sure, it is mainly merit-based, and knowing that particularly Indian students, prospective students, are having their NEET exams, which is very important. So as on the result, dependent on the results of the NEET exam, sure, we consider the merit-based scholarships.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
What kind of security are going to give for foreign students?
Thank you for the question. Security and safety of every and each of our students is very much important. And besides the statistics that you can also find simply in the web, that Georgia and particularly Tbilisi, the capital where the East West University is residing, these are very safe places in the region as well as literally worldwide. Besides of that, as already my colleague have mentioned, that particularly the Student Affairs Department is the one who helps our students to adapt in new environment and in new city, in new country from the very first days. Every semester we have, besides of the scheduling of the courses itself, we are having different meetings, starting with the orientation meeting for the newcomers, for the freshman students, where we talk about all of the specificities of Georgia and particularly Tbilisi. We provide information about transportation, which is easy way of transportation, for example. We provide the information about the different facilities, about the hospitals, our own hospitals, and so on. So meaning that from our side, we are providing the students with the full information, which is very much individualized as well. And we have this student-oriented approach, and this helps our students to adapt in the new environment easily.
Thank you.
So any student who is going to be NEET eligible, they can take up this option of MBBS abroad, because that is going to be accredited by the Medical Council or the National Medical Commission.
So Ceeco is tie up with how many universities, sir?
So we are having tie-up with various universities in different countries. For example, we are doing most of the admissions these days. Our focus is into Georgia. So we are also doing it for Armenia, Egypt, Bulgaria, Poland, etc. Depending upon the budget and the requirement. Mostly in the beginning stages and all, a lot of students were going to China. And after that, we started adding more and more countries to the list. And that is how finally we are now having this Georgia and many other European Union countries as well. So every year on an average we enroll almost around 250 to 300 students, and during this journey of more than 20 years now, so we have a good number of not only students, but we also have a very good number of graduates who are working in different parts of the world, including the US, the UK and many of the Middle East countries.
Hello everyone, I am Professor Lela Vanishvili. I am the head of International and Public Relations Department at East-West University in Tbilisi, Georgia. Why East-West University? The very first reason is that Georgia is one of the safest countries, not only in region, but I can say that in all over the world. Why Tbilisi? Tbilisi has a huge history of education and especially medical education. That is proved by the clinics that our university owns. The clinics that we have, Aladashvili University Clinic, Balneological Resort, Joe Hospitals, the branches of Joe Hospitals, they have more than 100 years experience in medical practice. Also, I would like to underline that currently in Georgia we have more than 25 international students, and more than half of the 25,000 international students, they are from India. I think that the diversity, first, our clinics, the very important thing. We have our own clinics and also more than 20 affiliated clinics. That gives our students possibility to have medical practice as high with high quality as possible. Also, so I understand that it is very for every medical students, it's very hard, and for every international student to get into the new environment, new country, new city. So the university offers students affairs department. What does it mean? We have special department where the student can apply for student-oriented practice of our university. The next main reason it is that our university is accredited by the national organizations as well as international organizations. Also, our staff is highly qualified, and our program is